All right, you're going to want to hear this. We're about to dive into one of the most unexpected career changes I have ever come across. Seriously, it's a story that starts with decades on the front lines of global conflict and ends in a place you would never, ever guess. And this quote right here, it perfectly captures the starting point. I mean, think about it. A whole career defined by peacekeeping, by watching, by navigating the absolute chaos of human behavior under the most extreme pressure. So let's get into it. The person at the heart of this story is an Austrian officer named Otmar Lindner, and his career is, well, it's something else. I mean, just look at the scope of this. We're not talking about a few years here and there. This is nearly 4 decades of being deployed. It starts way back in '86 in Cyprus, then he's an unarmed observer on the super tense borders of Israel and Syria. After that, post-Gulf War Kuwait. Then he's in Cambodia, commanding a sector. You see the pattern here? His life was basically pack your bags, head to the next global hotspot. And this went on right up until recently, monitoring the conflict in Ukraine in 2014, and still serving in Kosovo as late as 2021. Just wow. Now, what's really fascinating is that as the world's conflicts got more complicated, so did his job. He couldn't just stay the same, he had to constantly evolve. And this evolution is just incredible. He starts out as an observer, right? Just watching. But look at the progression. He becomes a commander, a coordinator between civilians and the military, an intelligence officer. He was even a chief of psychological operations. This is not one single career path. It's like a dozen different super high-stakes jobs all rolled into one. The level of adaptability you need for that, plus the deep, deep understanding of how people tick, it's just off the charts. Yeah, this phrase really hits the nail on the head. A microcosm of global conflict management. It's not just that he was there while peacekeeping was changing. His own career was the change. He literally lived the evolution from those old-school observation missions to the super complex, everything-at-once operations that are the norm now. Okay, so you've got this guy with a lifetime of experience decoding human conflict. You'd think, all right, time for a nice, quiet retirement, right? Maybe read a book? Nope. This is where the story completely flips on its head. And boom, here it is, the pivot. He goes from analyzing the most unpredictable thing on the planet, humans in a war zone, to promoting an AI that's designed to find patterns in financial markets and, get this, online casino games. I mean, that shift is just staggering, from human intelligence to artificial intelligence. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This is straight from him. He says he's head over heels in network marketing, but, only the ethical ones. So that's the big question, right? What exactly is this new mission of his? The company he's involved with is called Nuvix. So let's break down what it actually is and what this AI technology he's so excited about really does. Okay, so at its core, Nuvix is a tool. That's the key word. It's an AI platform that looks at data from things like binary options trading or online casino games and then gives you suggestions. And they're really clear about this. They're not an investment company. They don't handle your money. They just sell you access to the AI analyzer. So how does it work? Well, it's a Chrome extension. You open up whatever trading or gaming website you use, then you launch the Nuvix tool. And the AI literally scans what's on your screen, the charts, the game history, whatever, and gives you suggestions right then and there, in real time. Right now, it's up and running for binary options and a couple of casino games. Think roulette and baccarat. But the plan, their roadmap, is to go way bigger. They're aiming for huge markets like Forex, stocks, crypto, and of course, the absolute giant that is sports betting. Okay, so that's the product, but what about the business side of things? This brings us back to that network marketing model he mentioned. One of the promoters used that classic gold rush analogy, and it actually makes a lot of sense here. The idea is that Nuvix isn't the gold mine, it's not the actual trading site or the casino. Instead, they're selling the picks and shovels. They're selling the tools for people who want to try their luck in these huge, booming markets. So how do you sell these tools? Well, a big piece of the puzzle is direct sales. If you sign someone up directly and they buy a Nuvix package, you get a 20% commission. They call it a fast start bonus. And this whole structure is called a binary plan. It's pretty common in the multi-level marketing world. Basically, you build 2 sales teams under you, a left leg and a right leg. Your commissions are then based on the sales volume of whichever of those 2 teams is smaller or weaker. And you can tell people are excited about this model. In one presentation, a promoter was just beaming, calling it the most exciting plan I ever saw, because of how much you could potentially earn from that weaker leg sales. So this all brings us right back to the beginning, to this absolutely wild journey we've been following, from peacekeeping to promoting AI tools. And it really leaves you with a big, fascinating question. I mean, really think about it. What does it do to your brain to spend 40 years, analyzing the most chaotic, unpredictable system there is? Human beings in a crisis. You're always looking for patterns, you're always assessing risk, you're always trying to guess what happens next. So, how does that kind of life experience affect how you see an AI that claims to do the exact same thing, find patterns and predict outcomes, but with market data and algorithms instead of people? Is there a real connection there between reading a tense geopolitical situation and reading a financial chart? When you boil it all down, it's a journey from peacekeeping to pattern recognition. It's just a remarkable story that makes you wonder, where else could the skills you learn from a lifetime of decoding human conflict find their next and maybe most surprising home?